Hours after Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu returned from the USA, he hosted a press conference to update the media on his trip.
The gala event uh, was fabulous. There were events, programs on stage that reflected the multicultural nature of Guyana, and also there were a number of senators from New York, from New Jersey, from other tri-state, tri-boroughs states, as well as assemblywomen, assemblymen, and borough representatives. It was very representative. We learned how many Guyanese hold important positions in the New York state.
But then came the opposition report that there was a big protest by the PPPC supporters against the Prime Minister while he was there, which Moses Nagamutu said never happened.
There was no picketing at the Royal Chateau venue. A newspaper here invented picketers. There was a second event at the Narista Palace where some former employees of the Guyana Consulate, about 10 or 12 of them, and family members, they came with placards complaining that they were dismissed from their jobs at the consulate. And they were there, sorry, it was a nice cold day and they were there outside. And I, for example, didn't see scores of people picketing.
Then, as night follows day, the Guyana Times followed with its spurious report about his ministerial portfolio. The Prime Minister gave his official statement on the issue.
Well, I wouldn't pay much attention to the Guyana Time. Sorry. Nor those who are peddling this bag of untruths. They celebrated a lie that I had been stripped of my responsibilities. They were rehearsing for that when their friends in the 3P mounted an image of me on social media stripped of my clothes and clothes in bikini. I found it amusing, very amusing. So they're accustomed to stripping me because they love people, those types that I'm talking about, people who are stripped. And I'm serious when I say this, that they are the stripping type, because they also understand that in 2011, Moses Nagamutu was helped to perform a feat. And that feat resulted in the PPP being stripped of the majority in the National Assembly. And then in 2015, Moses Nagamutu was instrumental in stripping the PPP of the government.
Mr. Nagamutu said he and the president have a great relationship and that the coalition is strong.
I feel that we are a good combo, a good partnership. The attack on me is not an attack against my authority, my responsibility. It's an attack against my ethnicity. And let's bear that. It's not the focus on my responsibilities. My responsibilities are so many that I sometimes wonder how I last the day through. And therefore, all I can say is that that vain, futile attempt at portraying that I have had no responsibility or stripped of responsibility is nothing than what it is, and people judge it and know it for what it is: a vicious, misleading lie.
The Prime Minister related that President David Granger, having incorporated him within the executive, has elevated the functions of the Office of the Prime Minister, which makes him a partner in the operations of the Office of the Presidency, a new relationship of which a true coalition ought to be. Andrew Weeks reporting for Safe TV2 Headline News.